Hey guys, Awesome Bomb here. Yeah, finally. Today I would like to share my impressions of The Last of Us multiplayer. 2 weeks ago I shared my experiences and impressions of the single player of The Last of Us. And well, I was obviously very positive about the whole single player, but what about the multiplayer? Let's find out. Let me start off by explaining the multiplayer a little bit. The actual name of the multiplayer is Factions. When you start up Factions for the first time, you will, well, for the first time ever, that is, you will need to choose which faction you want to play as. There are two factions in the game. You have Hunters and Fireflies. The Hunters fight to survive the apocalypse and to grow their clan. Fireflies are trying to find a cure for the zombie infection, and they travel across the country to find that cure. Once you choose a faction, you can't change to the other faction anymore. Well, that is until you finish the campaign of the faction, or until you lose all of the members in the clan, which I'll explain later. There are currently 2 game modes and 7 maps available. There are 2 teams of 4 players each. The 2 game modes, one of them, no, actually, two game modes are supply raid, sorry, and survivor. Supply raid is pretty much the standard team deathmatch kind of game mode. You just kill to win the match, and the team which gets 24 kills first wins the match. So actually, both teams have 20 respawns available. As soon as the team runs out of respawns, the team will go into the sudden death mode. So that means that when a member of the team dies, that member cannot respawn anymore, and has to wait until the match ends. In the meantime, that member can actually spectate the other players of his team who are still alive, or it can watch certain parts of the maps using fixed camera angles. Obviously, when your team goes into sudden death mode, you shouldn't be taking any risks if you're still alive. So yeah, that actually makes supply raid very nerve-wracking sometimes. The second game mode is Survivor. Survivor is also a TDM kind of game, so team deathmatch, but without the respawn. So you actually go into sudden death mode immediately. A match of Survivor consists of a maximum of 7 rounds or a minimum of 4 rounds. The first team to win 4 rounds in one match wins the whole match. So that means that a Survivor match can be quite short or actually quite long. It's just it all depends on the skill of both teams. Obviously, when a member of one of the teams dies, he can then spectate the other players still alive in his team, or of course again with the fixed camera angles of the map. Well, they can see the map on fixed camera angles. Let's see here. Yeah, so not being able to respawn kind of makes this game mode a challenge. But I've noticed that people are a lot more campy in Survivor than in Supply Raid. I don't like it when people get all campy and super careful and for no good reason. So yeah, I don't like playing like that either. I prefer to be a little bit in movement a lot. A lot. What is it? I like to be in movement a lot. I don't like to sit in one place for like a minute or longer, just waiting for the others to come, because that's not really what I like about playing games. I want to have fun and not sit in one camp hole every single time. Um, so yeah, I prefer to play Supply Raid than Survivor, just because of that campiness of some players. Um, so yeah, the maps are really good. And, of course, again, 7 maps are available right now. I think there will be map packs in the future, so probably more maps and probably even more game modes, of course. Um, so yeah, pre-match, before the match starts, people will have to choose between 2 maps. You can then vote your favorite map of the two, and that map will then hopefully you will then hopefully play that map if the others like it too, obviously. That's something I like, that you are able to vote for your own favorite map. Well, actually, not really. It's not really freely. You have to. You can only choose between 2 maps. So if those 2 maps are your two most least favorite maps, and you kind of don't feel like playing that round, but at the same time you're like, well, screw it. After this one, there will probably be better maps available. So yeah, now to go back to the campaign of the faction, as I mentioned earlier, and building up your own clan. The multiplayer actually has a mini game within the game itself. Obviously, when you are trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world, you want to have a group with you, so you can survive together, because you're always stronger together, right? While you're fighting in the multiplayer, in the matches, you receive supplies for your clan. This clan isn't full of real people, so you can't recruit any of your friends into the clan. Your clan members have to survive, but they can only do that if they get supplies. You get supplies for your clan by killing enemies and making weapons during the matches. Um, the more supplies you get in the rounds, the bigger your clan becomes. So obviously, when you get many supplies, you actually raise the bar for yourself. Yeah, you will then have to get more supplies because of the new survivors in your clan. That makes it kind of challenging, but also more fun. I like it when there's a little bit of a challenge into the multiplayer. Not that it's just shoot this guy, get points, shoot that guy, get points, but you have to actually think like, oh man, I gotta keep in mind that I have to get enough supplies for my clan to survive. Um, if you don't get enough supplies after a round, some of your clan members will become ill or sick. Or well, it's the same thing. Hold on, ill or hungry. I'm sorry. That is not a big disaster if you get enough supplies in the following rounds. But if you do a horrible job in the following rounds, uh, more members will become ill or hungry, and some of them will also die. So you got to keep that in mind. As I said before, you have to get enough supplies every round to keep your clan healthy. Um, but with that, obviously, when you lose survivors, you also lower the bar for yourself, because less survivors means that you will have to get less supplies than before to keep everyone healthy again. Ill and hungry people can become healthy again if you get enough supplies. So yeah, that you can actually undo the bad rounds you did before. So during this all, your clan will be attacked by the rifle faction once in a while. This puts your clan in a huge risk. Actually, you can lower the number of people you lose during those attacks by choosing a certain mission and completing that mission in the multiplayer matches. For example, you can choose to get a certain number of kills in 3 rounds. If you succeed that mission, you will lose less people than if you don't succeed that mission. And the risk of losing people is 100% to 20%. So you can lose all of your people if you don't do a mission right sometimes. Or you can lose like 20% of your people when you do a mission right. So you can't like not lose somebody. You usually lose some people at least. But you can also gain people if you there's like sometimes a mission occurs that you can save some survivors from the fireflies or from the hunters. Depends on which faction you are. If you're a hunter, then you sometimes can save people who are captured by the fireflies. Or when you're a firefly, you can save people who are with hunters. So if you do that mission well, you get more survivors, and that actually ranges, I believe, from 2% more to 10% more. So that really could mean a huge boost to your survivor count. That's really good sometimes. If you actually get that 10%, you have a lot more survivors. But then obviously you raise the bar for yourself again because you need more supplies to keep them alive. So yeah, I don't know if you sometimes should just not like do the mission right and just not get those extra survivors, because obviously you don't want to raise the bar too much, because then you'll get the risk to lose some survivors because of the hunger and illness. But whatever, it doesn't matter, because then obviously when they die you lower the bar again. So really that system is really good. I mean, I didn't think a system like that would really make me like play somehow better. I don't know, like you always want to play better to get more survivors. So yeah, I don't know, it's a cool feature in the game. I really like that. But you can also lose all of your clan members, obviously. When you lose all of your clan members, you have to start over your campaign of the faction you chose. And that campaign is simply surviving for 12 weeks and 6 days or 7? Well, whatever, 6 or 7 days. One day in the campaign, or in the game, sorry, one day in the game is actually one round or one match. So you'll have to play 90 matches without losing all of your clan members to finish a campaign. So again, when you lose all of your clan members, or when you finish the campaign of your faction, you will get the choice to change your faction if you want to, but you don't have to. So if you would prefer to stay with the faction you are in right now, you can just stay like that. But you will still have to start over. So you will have to start from scratch, from 1 survival. I don't know how many exactly, but whatever. So yeah, the game does have a certain ranking system, but I can't quite explain how it works. I actually don't even know how it works, because apparently I'm rank 14 right now, I think. Maybe higher, I'm not sure. But I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do to get to go up 1 rank. It doesn't matter though, because I'm having lots of fun in the game, so I don't really care about ranks or anything right now. It's highly addicting, and the teamwork is phenomenal. I mean, this is probably the first game I've seen in which has very noticeable teamwork going on. Players prefer to stay together, which is obviously very reasonable, because again, you're strongest together. Like in a survivor's world, you're strongest together. Because of this, you really feel like you're a survivor in a post-apocalyptic world, and and yes, we are actually talking about the multiplayer right now. The single player, as I said in my other impressions video, the single player already does a tremendous job in making you feel like a survivor. But Naughty Dog somehow made it possible to make you feel the same way in a multiplayer. And I just don't know how they did it, but it's amazing how somehow they managed to make that happen. So, Naughty Dog, you're fucking amazing. I mean, your game is awesome. Anyway, one last thing I want to say is that the variety of weapons is also very big. And the most amazing thing about that is that there are not really any overpowered weapons, you know, like you have those in games, you have those weapons which are like being used a lot because they're freaking overpowered. Everybody's using them because people want to get a lot of kills, blah blah. Of course, there are weaker weapons and stronger weapons, but none of them are really being overused because of their overpoweredness. If that's a word, overpoweredness, I don't know. um, so you run out of ammo very quickly as well, so you can't go Rambo into the multiplayer. You can pick up ammo from the enemies you kill, or from the supply boxes which are scattered around the maps. I can't stop saying it anymore, but welcome. I'm gonna say like welcome to the post-apocalyptic world of survivors. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The multiplayer is very good, and it doesn't become boring very quickly, especially if you play it with friends. Of course, always when you play with friends, games tend to be a lot more fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's just this game is amazing. I mean, I don't know how the fuck Naughty Dog made this so fucking good, but damn, seriously. If you haven't got the game yet, just fucking go to the store and fucking buy it, man. It's worth every cent. If I would have to choose between single player and multiplayer of The Last of Us, I would probably still go for the single player. Yeah. What Naughty Dog did with the single player is crazy. I mean, I'm now a little more than 50 hours into the multiplayer, while I've played more than 50 hours of the single player. I'm also getting really close to the platinum trophy of the game. I'm now halfway into the campaign of the Fireflies, and I've already finished the campaign of the Hunters. As soon as I finish the campaign of the Fireflies, I'll have the platinum trophy. So yeah, I'm 100% sure that I'll finish the campaign of the Fireflies without losing all my survivors. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll get that platinum very soon. So if I would have to rate this game, I would just give it a 10 plus. I mean, there's nothing else to say. It's the best game. Pretty much the best game of the PlayStation 3 generation. And that's no exaggeration. And that rhymes. So it's not an exaggeration. Yeah, and I will always remember this game for that. I mean, I really hope this game becomes the game of the year 2013. I mean, it deserves it, you know. I mean, man, I don't know. If this game doesn't become game of the year 2013, I don't know what will. The only big competitor for 2013 Game of the Year is obviously GTA 5, which looks amazing so far. I know everything I've read about it. It looks and sounds and yeah, amazing. I don't know if it's going to be The Last of Us, but I really don't hope it doesn't beat The Last of Us, because The Last of Us it deserves the Game of the Year award. Yeah, this is a great year for gamers. I mean, enjoy it while you still can. This year has been the year of great games. I mean, it started off with BioShock Infinite. It was amazing. I mean, reviewers were super positive about it. Now, of course, The Last of Us came out. Another great game. Reviewers were pumped and fucking gave it tens of thousands of tens and tens out of tens and 5 stars and whatever the fuck. And later this year, of course, in September, Grand Theft Auto 5, and then end of the year, next-gen consoles come out. So yeah, amazing year for gamers, and enjoy it right now while you still can. Just fucking enjoy it, man. So yeah, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please hit that like button. I would really appreciate that if you could just do it. I mean, I would like a little bit of support on these new videos I've been making lately. By the way, I will put a link in the description to a gameplay video of The Last of Us with me in it, and my buddy actually recorded that gameplay video, and We actually do a dual commentary in it. So if you're interested in the game, check it out. Maybe it will make you even more interested. But actually, if you haven't bought it and you're considering it, just fucking do it. I mean, just do it, right? Just fuck it. Just spend every cent on it. Just fucking buy it. I mean, I actually, as I said in my single player impressions and experiences, I wasn't really hyped for the game. I actually didn't understand people's hype for the game, but now I do, and yeah, I've played the game and I fucking enjoyed it as heck. So if you haven't bought it, buy it. I mean, this is probably the best game you'll ever play on a PlayStation 3. Ooh, alright, enough with the commercial bullshit. Alright, later guys. Buy it. Fucking buy it. Do it right now.